Welcome back. This is Dr. Jeremy Sharp of the Testing Psychologist doing an EHR review for SimplePractice as part of my EHR review series. Again, this is a series where I'm looking into 5 or 6 of the EHRs that are available out there for us and trying to review them specifically for their content and accessibility for testing psychologists. If you haven't seen the other EHR videos, make sure to check out the playlist on my YouTube channel. It will have each of those EHR reviews as we move through them. Now, disclaimer that the EHR reviews are not meant to be a true deep dive. I literally am signing up for these EHRs, logging on, and just seeing how accessible things are right out of the box. Now, I may do a more in-depth EHR review down the road for each of them after I spend a little time and can comment on some of the nuances. But this series is really just meant to show you what the EHRs look like so that you don't have to go through free trials all by yourself and set everything up and go through all of that. So here we go. So this is SimplePractice. What you did not see is when I logged on to SimplePractice, there was a pop-up that said, welcome to SimplePractice, let's get started. And when you click Let's Get Started, they provide 4 training videos that cover 4 of the important aspects of the EHR. They're each just a couple minutes long, and you can watch those videos and it'll kind of show you what to do. Now, after you watch those videos, or if you choose to skip them, you can just click Get Started, I think it was, and it gives you a list of several things that can help get you up and running in SimplePractice. Now, when you X out of that, it goes up here, and if you click Show Me, it will walk you through each of the pieces that you need to get started with SimplePractice. So similar to therapy notes, they put these items in your to-do list. So SimplePractice does this by creating a pop-up when you log in and then housing it over here. So once you click out of all of that, here's what you see. A little bit of info about SimplePractice before I totally dive in. They do offer a free trial that does not require a credit card, which I like. It lasts for a month. And then after that, pricing is divided into 2 tiers. There's an Essentials plan, which provides the basics for practice. It's $39 a month. And then they do a Professional plan that is $59 a month that adds a few upgrades. It adds, among other things, the ability to customize your notes, customize the emails that go out to clients. It adds telehealth. It adds a website function. So I think, for me, I would probably upgrade to the $59 a month simply to have customizable templates. I just know that I tend to hate system-generated emails and so forth, and I like to put my own language. So that would probably be enough to let me upgrade. All right, now I'm going to walk through, and this should be a consistent process from review to review, where I'm going to go through just general client creation, general appointment creation, entering service codes, especially the base codes and the add-ons related to testing. I'm going to dabble in the client portal, see what that looks like. And then we move on to testing specific things like creating testing appointments, the testing note template, billing for testing codes, and submitting insurance claims. So let's dig in. Let's do some client creation. So let's see. This create button seems helpful. All right, and when we click Create Client, it pops up this little window right here. Now, I already created a client for myself, named after myself. So I'm going to X out of this and just go straight to the client that I already created and show you what that looks like. But actually, let me go back. Just for the sake of doing this, we'll do another client just to show you what happens here. All right. So again, okay, I'm going to make myself an insurance client. and then create and continue. So this is what happens. This is kind of cool. It prompts you immediately to send items through the client portal. So you can check off all the boxes that you would like, of all the documents you'd like to send them. Now, what we don't know at this point, because I'm someone who likes to just dive in and not read the instructions, is whether these documents are editable or if these are just built into the client portal. So we'll explore that in a bit. But one thing I do like is that you can send questionnaires. There's a standard intake, but then they also have some questionnaires that might be relevant for some of us doing testing. So we'll look down the road and see if these questionnaires are editable as well. Now, if you click that you want to send the credit card form, it does do this little pop-up to prompt you to sign up for credit card processing. These rates are relatively competitive, maybe a little bit more expensive than some of the other EHRs I've seen, but certainly competitive. Okay, let's continue. Gives us this email template. You can alter that. Clearly, it's going to send them to the client portal and have them sign up and then fill out the paperwork that way. All right. So that's going to send. Gives us this little pop-up. That's great. Okay, so now we are in the client screen. So this is the overview. What I would like to do to continue creating this client is add the address and insurance information and stuff like that. Client info is tucked over here along with insurance info, contacts, upcoming appointments, and so forth. So it's got all these. Oh, I like how it has a list right here of all the things that you've already shared with the client. That's pretty cool. And then presumably, yeah, okay. So let's just do this. Let's edit the client info. Okay, pops over to this thing. Preferred name, that's great. Option if this is a minor, I like that. That's not present in every EHR. Specify text appointment reminders, that's also cool. Let's see. Let's just do this. I don't know the zip code for Denver. Hopefully that doesn't trip us up. I'll just pick a birthday here. This is a middle-aged client. Okay, so they have options for sex, gender, relationship. Okay, all good. Can provide some details there. Okay, and some client notes. I'm going to put in a client note just to see where that pops up. All right, there we go. So let's see here. Oh, you can put your referral. That's interesting. So I'm guessing, yeah, let's just do this. Add a referral source. I'm going to go Dr. Jane Doe. Okay, I like that. You can select the referral source right off the bat. Okay, fantastic. Where are we now? So I'm scrolling up. Okay, so it creates tabs along the top horizontally that were previously vertical over on this side of the screen. Okay, so insurance. This is interesting. I like this feature. I'm not sure what it looks like in practice, but it seems like a cool feature. Yep, okay. So if this person is in the client portal, they will get their invoices. Yeah, fantastic. I really like that feature. That could, if it works well, that could presumably take a lot of time off of your billing staff. Okay, insurance info, that's good. Seems pretty easy. Okay, so they have payers preloaded. That's not always the case. Let's go ahead and let's just search for Anthem. Okay, lots of Anthem. I'll go ahead and pick Colorado Anthem because that's where I am. Okay, great. You can put in all this info. This is fantastic. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. You can upload their insurance card. Got some authorization tracking going on. Like that you can set a reminder. That's very cool. Okay. And default service. Okay, so that's good. That's kind of a nice thing. Looks like they do have some therapy codes preloaded in here. We'll definitely take care of that here in just a bit. Okay. I am gonna delete that so we don't have to put that in. Okay. Great. See about contacts. This should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so apparently we would have to add a new contact there. Great. Okay, client portal. And again, I'm just walking through the workflow as it presents itself, making sure that I hit all the pieces that I would like to hit in this review. So slightly different order than some of the other EHRs, but slightly different workflow in the way that they present the information to you. Okay, so you can use this secure messaging. That sounds great. Okay, this seems good. Client portal access. So I haven't signed in. I'm guessing that that's going to, that would update whenever I sign into the portal. Maybe I need to save the features. Okay, there we go. All right, so I've created my client. This seems good. Let's move along to service codes. I'm going to need the service codes before I schedule an appointment. So let's see. Don't want to create an appointment. How about this? Billing, settings, and services. We'll try that and see. Let's see where that goes. I am not going to watch that video. Okay, so it looks like, they've preloaded some codes here. Very therapy-centric, as are most EHRs. Let's add a new service, see how this goes. I'm going to do a diagnostic eval, except I'm going to call it, specify that it's for testing. We're going to go 200. We'll do that. Okay, we'll save that. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. So you cannot create multiple appointments or multiple codes for multiple appointments for the same code. Can't do that. Okay. So we will see how this shakes out. So I'll cancel this. I want to see if I can edit this somehow. Not really. I mean, we can edit some of it, but it's not like you could, somehow specify that it's for. So my guess is that if you're doing therapy and testing, the 90791s would show up the same. So let's move to a testing code. Let's go with a, okay. It auto-populates, which is nice. We won't charge $400 an hour. And the duration is 30 minutes. Okay. Great. So we've got 96136. Let's go 137. Okay. Again, this will be 100. Now, I don't see anywhere here to specify that it's an add-on code. We will see how that shakes out. It is active. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could edit it, but yeah, let's see how that shakes out when we go to schedule the appointment. Okay, so we'll continue moving. Oh, we're good, but not that good. All right. So yeah, one thing that's different from some other EHRs, I'm not seeing a specifier for amount of time to bill for each of these codes default, and I'm not seeing anything to specify the add-on nature of these codes. So we will see. Okay, so entered our service codes, checked out the client portal. Let's go and try to create an appointment and make this happen. So just quickly, you know, they put a lot of things here along the side. I am a big fan of easy navigation, and so for me right now, I would want to go to the calendar, and I can't find that. Okay, so it's down here. Okay. Oh no, this is the settings. Okay, so maybe I'll just go home. Okay, there's the calendar. So maybe that's the thing in SimplePractice that when you click, it's just home. Now you can toggle between week, month, so forth. What does availability do? I'm guessing that's related to the client portal. We'll go back. I'm going to turn that off because I'm not sure what it does. Okay, so let's create some appointments in the past to see what this looks like. So they automatically include Sunday at the start of the week. I wonder if you can change that setting. I don't like that. I want Monday to be the first day of the week, and then have Saturday and Sunday at the end. But let's see. Let's go back. So we're going to do, say, an intake. Okay, so you can just click on the calendar. That's cool. We're going to pick Mr. Smith here. We're going to do, yeah, I guess we'll do location unassigned. But this is cool. If you do use telehealth, it looks like it'll auto, you know, if you just choose telehealth as the location, it'll give you, you know, the telehealth appointment. Okay, so we're going to do intake. All right. There we go. That's cool. Now, one of my things that I really like about Google Calendar that some EHRs do not have is the ability to drag appointments. So can we drag? Yes, we can drag. Okay, love that. All right, that's great. All right, let's create our testing appointment. Here we go. Wait, this is, yeah, there we go. Let's go choose our code here. And yeah, so can we do the time? Let's see. I'm just doing this how we do it in our practice. So okay. We'll see how that works. Does it? Okay, so no, it doesn't block out the whole day. I don't want to do all day. I think that's going to make it literally all day. Yeah, okay, so we'll start at 9 a.m. It'll be, well, okay, so I guess we can, yeah, we do it this way. Just move that drop-down menu. Let's see how that works. Okay, that looks a little better, more accurate of a representation on the calendar. And finally, let's go ahead and, just for the sake of keeping everything on the same page, let's create our feedback appointment as well, 2 p.m. And we will do that. Okay. Now, something I just noticed is can we, yeah, I wonder if this is how they do add-ons. Looks like it. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to go back up and edit this. I'm going to add our other testing code, and we will, okay, that changed the duration. Clearly it wants to default over to 30 minutes. So let's see how this goes. Okay, great. Now, I know that there are some of you out there who use SimplePractice and are like, oh my gosh, Jeremy, what are you doing? This is so silly. But again, this is really meant to be just a fresh eyes look at each of these EHRs. So, I mean, thus far, this is relatively simple to navigate. I think this is cool. Okay, so we've got the basics. We created our testing code. Now, let's see what the notes look like. So, first of all, I want to know where my notes are. So I'm at the home screen. Maybe it's reminders. No, there are no new reminders. Maybe, okay, let's try calendar. Okay. Clients. Okay. So this is tricky. Where is my to-do list? I want a to-do list to remind me of the notes I need to write. Now, is there an easy way to do this? I don't know. Okay, let's go into my clients. And looks like, yeah, okay. So, I mean, it lists it under the client. It's going to ask me to do a progress note. So let's see if there is a better way to do this somehow. I wonder, does it? Yeah, it looks like there's a little icon here. Maybe this is, yeah, that says add note. So I think this is the indication to let you know that you need to do a note. Okay, so it wants us to do a psychotherapy note for sure. A simple progress note, SOAP note, standard progress. So it gives you some options. I don't see anything related to a testing note. Okay, so this could work. Let's see what standard progress note is. This one I think would be a little more, yeah, I would prefer something like this probably for an intake note. Still, a little bit clunky. It's not tailored to testing. So I'm gonna mess around and see what we can do with notes. Can we change the notes? Okay, here we go. I'm guessing it's going to be create new template. Okay, let's see what they got in the library. We always want to, okay, that doesn't really have anything to do with us. But there's a lot of notes here to choose from. We're not chiropractors. Well, I guess we'll choose behavioral health therapist. Psychosocial assessment. Let's look at this. Signs and symptoms. So this might serve. Yeah, I mean this might serve relatively well for an intake note, for a psych eval. Let's see. Equine specialist. That is fascinating. All right, group therapy, intake forms. That's cool. Looks like they do have some questionnaires that are built in here, which are cool. Got some PHQs, definitely the releases of info. Biopsychosocial assessment. Oh, so it looks like we could select that, independent of the SOAP note up there, which is nice. Clinical mental health assessment. We don't need a treatment plan. Okay, so much like a lot of the mental health field, they're using the term assessment very loosely. It doesn't mean testing by any means. So let's see what we might be able to do here. Now, I'm not going to really dig in to this because I think this could take a lot of time. So I'm not gonna do that. But it looks like you could create your own. So okay, you could do an intake form. Oh, that's for clients to see. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So let's just see if we can make this happen. Okay. And then, okay, so yeah, so this is going to turn into basically a form builder, which is totally fine. So this will just take some time to build a testing note that would work for you. So you could have your testing intake note and put really whatever you would want to put in there, and then you have to fill in the answers. Yeah, and then need to move those things around. So let's just see. I'm going to save that. I'm going to add this. So we'll do referring provider and purpose of evaluation. I don't know if I need this colon or what, but we'll put it in there. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, you can relatively easily move these things around once you create them. Okay, that's cool. So I'll save that. And then I'm going to, now the thing, now the cool thing with this, it's a double-edged sword. When you can create your own templates, that just means that it can look exactly how you want it, but you have to build it. So I don't know at this point if SimplePractice has like a shareable library among users where other testing folks may have already created a note that they could share with you, or a note template, but that would be a cool feature. So we'll just say testing day note and save that. Oh, all right. I definitely want to edit that. Okay, that was pretty easy. So yeah, you can see, I mean, we could put in, yep, radio buttons. So this would take some finagling to build it. I would guess this would take, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes to build a note where you could select which measures you administered, how much time it took, and put in a few note boxes, or a box for random comments and things like that. So let's just do a, what do we want to do? Do we want to do multiple choice? I'm not sure if we want to do multiple choice. Do we want to do single choice? Great question. I'm not sure how. Right off the bat, we might do this to build, because basically what I'm looking for, I mean, we could easily do, short answer, tests administered and time. That would actually probably be like a multi-line thing. So we could do that, and then, you just have to fill that in. So you can see how this might go. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to add one more question just for the feedback time. So we're gonna maybe have this note serve as the note for both testing and feedback. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, we'll save. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now let's see if we can do this. So we're going to do our testing intake note. Yep. That's working relatively well. And then, okay, that's cool. You can do a psychotherapy note just to keep separate. It prompts you, automatically to do that. Okay, nice. So you can save it, and you have to lock and sign it. I will do that. Great. I'm presuming that's going to send it to insurance, or make it able to be sent to insurance. Okay. Next appointment is this. Does this send you to? Yeah. So you can previous appointment. Okay. So still not an awesome way that I found right off the bat to be reminded of the notes you have to write. So just something to keep in mind. This is not how I would do a note, by the way. But just for the sake of making a note, we'll do that. We'll lock it. And then we'll do our next appointment. Nope, that's a testing day note. Okay. None. And then we'll do 240 minutes. Okay. So here is the really interesting thing. I am curious how to add time. So this says okay, I put $20, that's why. So this doesn't totally make sense to me. I want a place to put the add-on units. And I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So I'm going to do what I would otherwise do and just click Go to Billing. Okay. I mean, you can edit it. Now, I'm sure. Okay. So this has a plus. I wonder if I set these codes up wrong. Let's go check it out. Y'all are just coming along on this journey with me. So let's go to Billing and Services. Okay, pretty easy to find. And let's go down to our add-on code. See, how can I edit this? Maybe I can't. Okay, let's try to add a new service and see what we're doing here. If I put a plus, does that help? Maybe. Okay. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Okay. And then I'm going to hope that this just works and do it one more time. So I'll add a new code. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go back and see if I can edit those nodes. Here we are. I'm gonna change this. Okay, no. So I'm missing something here. I am missing something here in the services. So I don't want to string you along while I figure this out, but suffice it to say, this is one of those things that to me is not super intuitive about SimplePractice. I'm guessing there's an easy way to do it, but when I was setting up the billing codes, it wasn't intuitive, like I said, and that's a little bit of a strike against SimplePractice for me. So let's go through and try to submit some insurance claims. All right. Claim, okay. There are no diagnoses. Okay, let's add a diagnosis here. Looks like they populate the most common. Does it have a database here? Yes. We'll do that. Looks like you can add additional diagnoses if you wanted to, which is cool. Okay, so just, yeah, a little bit of a different workflow. They do offer these Wiley treatment planners for the professional plan. So if you do a lot of therapy, that might be helpful. Okay, so we added a diagnosis. Let's go back to billing and let's try to create a claim. Now, yeah, okay, so it's going to give us a bunch of missing information here, which is okay. So let's see. I would love some links to change these things. Let's fill this out real quick just to see what happens when you try to do an insurance claim. So let's go to the client info, which is over here. Relatively easy to find. All right. So I think that was one thing, and then I need to go into my settings and do practice settings. Where are the other practice settings? Okay, doesn't look like, yeah, okay, let's give this a shot. Okay. We'll select 11. That's just what that is. Okay, we've got that. Okay, great. Doesn't look like that's where we put in our NPI, so let's check as a profile. Okay. Save that. Now, I need to put in a tax ID somewhere. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Okay. And okay, I think, oh, here we go, unit billing. So this will be super helpful. There you go. Yeah, I guess so. So I kind of wish this was built in where you're creating the service codes. It looks like this would get the job done. So that's good to know. And then there are a bunch of settings there. Okay, let's go back to our client. We can wrap this up and really see where the insurance claims shake out, what those look like. So again, I mean, once I'm here in the settings, I really want an easier way to get back to my clients. I guess maybe I could go there, but I'm just going to go to my default kind of home. I know my clients are right here. And then this pulls up kind of the main menu. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to billing. Let's do new claim. Wow. Okay. Great. So this just sets everything up. Looks like it's all good. So this is kind of cool. I mean, you could print it, I'm guessing by hitting save, or you can just submit it. All right. And then if you need more claim details, it'll give you those. Okay. So that's where I'm going to wrap up this review of SimplePractice. So generally a good system. I mean, I like the way it looks. It's pretty nicely laid out. I really like that you can drag appointments. Oh, maybe, don't know. Okay, I can drag that one. That's interesting. I like, the menu is pretty clear over here. I like their getting started guide, which tells you exactly what to do to really get your process going. Even if I don't like to read instructions, I know that it's there. Let's see. Yeah, you can search for clients. You can dig into all the billing. I'm not going to take the time to really dive into all of that, but nor am I really talking about, the reporting function. That's kind of a deeper dive. But anyway, we have our menu over there. That's pretty easy. I didn't love the service code creation process. Didn't like that the units function was divorced from where you're actually creating the codes. So just little things here and there. The billing to me was not super intuitive, and it kind of took some leaps. The language and the buttons weren't as descriptive as I would like. But all in all, solid system. I can see why it is one of the more popular EHRs that are out there. And I'm sure after spending more time with it that I could really, grow to like SimplePractice. One of the things, kind of a double-edged sword, but I like that you can create your own note template. I don't like that it would take some time to do that. But this is one of those things you spend an hour or two on in the beginning of your practice, and then it's pretty well set up from that point forward. I also like that they include some assessment questionnaires that some of us might actually make use of. So that is cool. And the question for me then is, can you maybe share those between users? Or I do have the question of how customizable those might be. So all in all, I like SimplePractice. I can, again, see why many people use it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. As I said in the beginning, this is just meant to be a introductory review right out of the box to see what things look like for Testing Psychologists. And be sure to check out the other reviews on the playlist. All right, bye for now.